Hi guys, hello and welcome to the first of the brand new series of Mantic Games Dungeon Saga products. So, I've been really looking forward to doing this one. This was a Kickstarter exclusive a while back. Mantic had some stock left over, so they decided in a very limited run to offer these to retail. I managed to pick one up. It was $119.99. Absolutely fantastic value. It contains the full new revamped game, as well as 3 further expansions which are due to hit retail at some point over the next sort of 12 to 18 months, possibly 2 years. So I figured, I love the original Dungeon Saga, which I will be unboxing at some point in this series, as well as the Adventures Companion, and doing gameplay stuff and things like that. So I thought, well, I may as well just grab it all in one go to save faffing about and all that. So yeah, here we are with this. I'm calling it a channel exclusive because I don't really, well, I never ever have actually subscribed to the Kickstarter model. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that is just me. So this is a ridiculously heavy box. I'm going to try my hardest to avoid the glare and pick it up. Okay, so lovely, beautiful gold embossed writing. Dungeon Saga Origins. So the idea of this one was it's basically, they released the first Dungeon Saga, which come in like a lovely kind of little box. It was like a great big book. One of the criticisms was the miniatures were of a very flimsy kind of plastic and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, they were really easy to kind of snap if you didn't sort of glue them in place and stuff like that. The actual dungeons themselves, the tiles, were smaller and they kind of be moving around when you're moving your figures and yada yada, just like little sort of quality issues. So I think the story was that Ronnie Renton and Mantic had turned around and said that they wanted to redo Dungeon Saga, give it like a kind of proper version, and instead of undoing what they'd already done story wise, they wanted to do like an origin story. We kind of get it in films, don't we, in media and prequels, things like that. So anyway, that is like your introduction. This is, like I say, the Legendary Edition. So on the back, I really do apologise for the glare. We have like some lovely artwork and showing us some of our bits and bobs. On go the trusty specs. So Dungeon Saga Origins Legendary Edition. So we get 96, nearly 100 models, 96 highly detailed models, 4 expansions, 42 exciting quests, dice, game tiles and tokens, exploration, equipment, spell and reference cards. This is 1 to 5 players. 60 minutes on the game time. So I can't confirm this because I haven't actually downloaded it, but there is supposed to be an app, a Dungeon Saga Origins app. I have heard things on Reddit saying that the enemy AI isn't great. People have said that they've sort of like had a look at it. I think what I'd be inclined to do is what I've done with the first Dungeon Saga, and which will become apparent on the gameplay videos I do, is I'm going to set the whole dungeon out with like the bad guys in there. And as I'm walking through with the characters, my 4 characters and stuff, I'm going to just basically do what makes sense. So if like a monster saw you, it's going to attack you, isn't it? It's going to move towards you. So that's how I'm going to play it. You roll dice for the monsters, you roll dice for the heroes, and you basically take it from there. And that's what anybody watching this, I would, as a seasoned gamer of over, well, God knows, 30 years now, that's what I'd recommend. So let us crack this big behemoth open and see what all the fuss is about. So while I'm just doing this, I'd like to actually thank everyone as well for jumping on board. Not so much for subscribing. Folks are dropping by, they're watching and they're not hitting that button. Please do, it does help. But for those folks who totally surprised me with the Terraforming Mars unboxing video, that's done really well. I think it's got about 400 views. I put it up and the first couple of days it only had like 2 views and I was like, I think I made a mistake here. No, you folks have come through for me, so those folks for that, and those folks indeed who've actually, watched any videos on the channel. I'm trying to grow it my best that I can, so all support is welcome. Thank you so much. So, attempting to get this open now. This is packed really tightly, this. Let's see. I think we're winning, bit by bit. little by little. There we go. Oh my word, what a... It's just a totally crammed, jam-packed box. Put the lid over there. I'm going to start sticking stuff in the lid, I think. Okay, so immediately we get what appears to be tokens. We get a leaflet for Kings of War Ambush, another Mantic product. If you guys haven't tried it and you've been remotely interested in playing Kings of War, have a crack at this. I've done it with my regular gaming partner, a couple of months ago now. It's a fantastic game. It's basically baby Kings of War, if that makes sense to anybody. This is lovely. Dungeon Saga Origins quick start guide. So straight away, we have a guide for folks who are like new to the game. I mean, I can get this out right now, you know, obviously because I played like an awful lot like the original and just play. But yeah, that is most welcome. Very, very beginner friendly. Okay. Oh my word. So we get this little sort of plastic inlay for the box, which is going to be nice for you to put like all your cards and stuff. Oh my word. And we're going to get what's described here as like miniature heaven. So these look like the undead guys. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the tray, each tray, but then I'm going to actually make separate videos and put them all on the turntable for you to see them properly. I could stand there and kind of pick them out and say, oh, I'll have a look at this. But yeah, okay, so there is like your undead tray there. Try my best to get some close-ups for you guys. Okay. There we go. So you can see like the quality of the miniatures. Let's just get like one of these big bad boys out. Okay, so that's like a dwarf model there. And as you say, you know, the sculpts are quite nice. The plastic on the other ones where it's kind of like you have to sort of glue them in. These like, you know, one piece miniatures. So they are sort of nice. I'd say drop back, folks, for the proper unboxing of each one of these boxes. I don't want to be awkward. And it could be said I'm being cynical when I'm trying to bring people back to see more stuff. But honestly, I just want to do these credit. So we have another box here. I think we've got our heroes in there as well. Yeah, I mean, they're really, really nice. They are really nice. I'm not going to butcher anything at the minute until we get my hands on the campaign books to tell you what they are, but there are basically 4 different races in here. The original come like with undead. Okay, let's have a look what this is here. I mean, kudos for packing. Whoever's got all this stuff packed is like, you know, Ronnie, give him a pay rise if you're watching this. So look. Okay, what's this? Okay, so these appear to be 4 different artwork prints. I think they may well be something to do with like the different campaigns. But, you know, lovely all the same. Giving us like that sort of top quality fantasy artwork there. I mean, I'm taking these as sort of like your Kickstarter limited edition sort of things in there. The retail version won't have this, you can guarantee it. Okay, but, you know, they're nice. I haven't got any more room on the walls around in the studio for them, but, you know, I never ever, you know, say no. Okay. Oh my word. Yeah, I'm just having fun attempting to unpack this box here, folks. So we have loads and loads of little tokens, and this looks like the boards. So I'm going to try and get these open and have a quick peep. I'm not going to go into what every single token does. I mean, these games are basically standard, you know, the sort of dungeon crawlers. So we have things like markers for wounds and, you know, doors and that kind of thing. But, you know, I'm going to give you like a little flash of the tokens anyway, just for, you know, bits and giggles, should we say. Now, these are the boards, which look really nice. And these are actually one piece. They're double-sided. Like I say, where the other ones were sort of smaller, but they kind of like wriggle about, you know, your chance to sort of move. And these are more like for anyone who's played like a zombie side. In fact, yeah, it probably is the same size as the zombie side boards, to be honest. I mean, beautiful colours, lovely detail in them, and straight away, you know, you can see like a quality product. Also, I've just noticed there, putting those over there, there's like a little sort of code number in the top corner, see? So it's going to be making it nice and easy to set up like these sort of scenarios for you. You know, you're playing on board A1B, you know, whatever. But yeah, there we go. So this It reminds me very, very reminiscent of the new edition of Hero Quest. The boards there. I mean, that was like one complete board, but like the sort of how nicely and clearly printed these are, you know. If you haven't checked that out, obviously go and buy Hero Quest as well, because that's absolutely fantastic. Where are we? So we have, now these are the campaign books. So these are nice. What I'll probably do is I'll probably open these when I do the figure unboxings. Dungeon Saga Origins, the game of Dungeon Quest and Thrill and Adventure, Darkness Under Dire. Okay, so I'm going to have a quick look here. Right, yeah, okay. So I'm very, very weary of showing you this. It's like the basic campaign book for spoilers, but if you just have a look there, that all shows how you sort of like lay out stuff. Yeah, each one has its own campaign book, so it looks like we've got the Darkness Under Dire, we've got Trial of Tyranny, we've got there's that one, sorry, excuse me for my lack of manners, Mirrors of Malice, Daughters of Doom, I love the sound of these, and Glimmer of Greed. Okay, so there we go. Have a quick flick off camera and out of sight as I speak. Yeah, they all appear to have the same sort of like layout. Just telling us what we do, where we go, blah blah. Game requirements, Dungeon Saga Origins core game, and just each one tells us about setting up the game and all the tokens we need, all that type of stuff. If you'd like me to actually run through these books while I do the figure unboxings, guys, just let me know in the comments below, please. And we have a rule book as well, which is all very nice. I'm trying to keep away from spoilers. Now, I'll tell you what, I'm going to show you that properly in a minute. Okay, so it doesn't appear to be any spoilers in there. And then we just have one. I hope I can fit all this back in here after this, you know. 3 more sets of tokens. There's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. So already, you know, for 120 quid, I mean, there's games out there sort of 80, 90 quid. You don't even get half the stuff here, let alone 4 sort of sets of, oh my word, figures. Sorry, I just saw something else in here. It's like the box just keeps on giving, isn't it? Oh, I've got to show you one of these guys. This is like one of the beasties. I don't know who he is, where he is, or how he is, but I mean, take a look at this guy. There you go. I mean, this guy's like sort of 2 inches in height and sort of about like 3 inches, you know, across. A proper big bad gribbly there. I'm doing it, aren't I? So I wouldn't start showing you any figures, but I just can't help it. Honestly, like first impressions are just absolutely fantastic. So we have some nice dice, blue and white. The white one's like a kind of bony kind of colour. I think you might be able to see it on there. So what you do, the basic game mechanic, is the heroes have so many dice to roll. The baddies have so many dice to roll. 2 different colours, obviously. Roll them both at the same time. You've got a dice tower or something. Do that. Work out who has the more numerical, you know. So you might roll like a 5, 4 and a 3. And they might roll like a 4, 3 and a 2. You know, whatever. So you work out the highest score of each one. And then that basically works out how you get like your hits and stuff like that. So that was overcomplicated explaining dice, wasn't it? You do have my humble apologies. Okay, we have a set of cards here. These are nice. They are going to be laminated. So this is just basically, I'm not going to go too far. I'm just going to show you the first hero, Madriga, who is like an elf hero, elf ranger. He has a special ability of once per game, he can re-roll any one of, so she can re-roll any one of her dice when making a shoot action. Hail of arrows or lethal aim or her feats. So that's like basically one of the hero cards. As I say, I will be doing a gameplay. So, you know, also on the back there, a little bit of history about the character. Sorry, yeah, I will be doing a gameplay, so don't worry about me kind of skimming through these. This is just basically an unboxing at the minute. And we got some of like the undead Dwarf Lord. So like the baddies get like their cards as well. Amazud Doomfire. I'm not going to carry on doing this. I'm just going to basically end up butchering them. But there we go. I think she's like one of the heroes, that Melissa Padfoot, Halfling Rogue. So yeah, they're like your hero cards. So you have like the Elf Ranger, you have the Human Wizard, Human Barbarian, Dwarf Fighter, Human Monk, Human Cleric, Human Paladin, and the Halfling Rogue. So you have like enough different sorts of D&D light classes there to have a little play with, depending on your personal preference. Something there for everybody. And then we have a load of different cards, loads and loads of card packs here. Okay, so on the front of this one, a Lightkeeper Lance. It's a weapon, guard, legendary. The hero may attack models in his front arc up to 2 squares away if they are visible. The attack will use 3 combat dice. If at least one scores a 6, an additional 1 die can be rolled as part of the attack. So what you do is, like any dungeon crawler, you go through and you are finding treasure and different weapons and bits and bobs. This looks like one of the monsters, a neophyte blade. So that's their statistics there. Goblin Rabble. I'm trying my hardest, because I don't want to open these yet until the actual unboxings, to avoid all of the glare. Black Soul. And on the back of these it says exploration, so I'm not really sure why that is. That could possibly be like for us, to put in like different piles and stuff like that, because I have actually got to read through like the rule book again, just to see what the changes are. And this, it appears to be like the Overlord deck. So as I say, the game does have like an Overlord, so it could be 5 players. Like I could be running the dungeon and you guys could all have like a player each, or like might be 2, you might have 2 heroes, one person might have 4 heroes against the game. So yeah, Overlord passive, so you can basically flip these cards to sort of throw the heroes off balance. And I'm going to get this last little tray out here. So, oh, one's fell, I suspect. It just fell into my Nintendo 64, maybe wants a quick game of GoldenEye. Yeah, I haven't pinned him back in. But yeah, there we go. That is like the other tray of beasties. So yeah, that is all the products there, guys, or all of the product, I should say. I'm lost already. I'm absolutely dreading doing this, putting all this back in. Okay, so let's have a quick peep of the rule book, shall we? I'm conscious of how long the video's actually gone on for. So we start off with the credits, and then we have all about our heroes and everybody and all the game bits that we have in there. Setting up the game, hero cards, monster cards, and the order of play. And again, remember guys, this is your game, do you know what I mean? Yes, you have got rules there, but I mean, a house rule, if there's something you're not happy with, do you know what I mean? Movement, furniture, block squares, doors, portals, arcs. So of note, there was no furniture in here. Models, not that I can complain, like 96, nearly 100 models anyway, of their bad guys and stuff, and over 4 campaigns, but possibly use your Hero Quest set. And throw some in there, or Mantic do actually do a range of like dungeon scenery stuff, so go to mantic.co.uk and have a little bit of a look. Okay, breaking away, actions, telling you all about fights and the dice rolls and stuff like that. Armour values, shooting, casting spells, using feats, exploring, treasure chests, exploration cards, finding secret passageways. I think we might have got that one out of the new edition of Hero Quest. Not that I'm saying anyone's copyright nothing. Maraud monsters, how to revive, trade, traps, floor traps, surprise traps, trap type, damage, boss monsters, minion monsters, healing damage. So yeah, I mean, it's quite thick. We're only halfway through now. Large models, end of the game, fighting movements, and tell us all about improving, that's nice, improving your heroes, yeah? Learning heroic boons in between quests, playing further games. So there really is, or certainly appears to be, an awful lot to this. The original Dungeon Master, I was thinking of the old Amiga game there, over on my original channel, Retro Gaming. Where was I? Yeah, I've lost my thread of thought. Yeah, so you can basically improve your heroes between the quests and between dungeon quests. Minor heroic boons, super heroic boons, legendary heroic boons, buying equipment, using and storing equipment. Oh my word, we've got 20 minutes, I'm tripping over my words. Customising your game, there you go, making the game harder, making the game easier. That's always good, isn't it? You know, we're not all fantastic game players. Your role as the Overlord and how you go about interrupting and causing a world of mayhem for these brave heroes. Ah, that's what I wanted. Automated Overlord. Solo co-op mode only. If you're playing a game with a group of people and someone wants to be the evil Overlord player, you do not need to read this section. However, this is the game working against you. I think we had to wait until we got the Adventurer's Companion, which you will see in another review in this series, to actually add that. But that's actually nice, that. It just means you have like 3 of your friends over, 4 you can play, and you're playing against the game, so you got 100% co-op. Or in my case, being a little saddo, like I'll probably set it all up and play all 4 characters against the game. But yeah, that's really nice. It worked quite well, to be honest, in the original Dungeon Saga. There we go. So sort of, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages on the actual automated Overlord as well, and we got some lovely painted minis there. So guys, I think I've gone on long enough showing you this little exclusive to the channel. Have you got this? Have you played the original Dungeon Saga? Haven't seen this and the value for money, and if it's still available at Mantic, would you buy it? I say I went all in because inevitably we are going to get these other trays and campaigns released, but they are going to cost even more money, so jump in if you can, guys, if there's any left there. And hey, happy dungeoneering. I shall see you all soon for another episode in this Dungeon Saga series. And if not before that, for more board game unboxing videos. If you haven't already, guys, like I say, please hit that subscribe button, show a little bit of love, like, share the videos to your gaming buddies. More importantly, leave comments below. Let me know anything, everything, RPG, Dungeon Saga, board gaming, whatever you want. I'll see you all next time.